Hi. Alexa, how many days ago since March 23rd, 2019?
March 23rd, 2019 was 591 days ago.
591 days ago, I have been planning this video. So what happened on that date is my friend Robin Sealark uploaded a video where she tested out new art supplies. There was a few art supplies in particular that I had never heard of.
Looks like grape poop.
And you guys know I spend most of my free time studying art supplies and art brands and things like that. So whenever I discover an art supply that I have never heard of or I think is weird or strange or whatever, naturally I want to try it out. And since March 23rd, 2019, in secret, I have been collecting a whole entire plethora of art supplies that I would dub either weird, new, unusual, strange, I've never heard of. And some of these art supplies, as you're gonna see, I have had them for literally months and months and months, and I've had to like really restrain myself from off camera trying them out and testing them and see what they're all about. But finally, as of yesterday, the last art supply finally came in. And 591 days later, I can finally test out all of these weird supplies. And before we begin, fun fact, actually really sad fact, I'm a TikTok star now. I have been posting a lot of art related content, so if you'd like to go check out my TikTok, that would be cool. And yeah guys, with that being said, 500 days in the making, here is this video. Alright, to start this off, we're gonna start off with what I think is gonna be the most weird and strange item out of everything today. This item here specifically made me want to do this whole entire video. If you paid close attention to the intro, you might have already seen it. This is Art Graph #1 Artist Graphite Putty. If you don't know what graphite is, it's the lead inside of a pencil. It's made from graphite. And this, my friends, is graphite in the form of a putty. In my whole entire life, I have never seen this anywhere. I haven't seen it for sale. The only place I've ever seen it was on Robin's video. Hold on, I'm gonna get gloves because I don't trust it. Oh wow, it literally looks just like grape poop. It's so easy to crumble. See? Today's probably not the best day to have worn this white long sleeve shirt. I should have thought this through more. Let's test this bad boy out. For some reason, my brain is thinking it's gonna look just like charcoal, but it's not. It's graphite texture, which is really tripping out my mind. Oh my god, look how smooth it is. Even though it's been in my room since last night, it feels ice cold, like it's been in the refrigerator or something. It kind of feels like it's wet or like full of an oil, but it's completely dry, so that's really tripping me out. On the listing, it says you can shape it to a point and you can use it like a pencil, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna shape it really quick, get a nice little point to it. Shaping it didn't really work. The second that I put the fine point to the paper, it flattened out. Now this stuff is water soluble, meaning that it'll break down with water and you can use it like a paint. So I really wanna check that out. Oh my god, I've never been able to paint with graphite before. Dude, it's very pigmented. It's so pigmented that it kind of looks like gouache. Whoa. You know what this would be great for? It would be incredible for like art therapy reasons, like if you're having a bad day or a bad year. This would be great to just like go in the studio, get out all of your aggression and just even though it's kind of hard to get like really precise with it, it's really fun. Oh my god, this is so fun. This is the most fun I've had all week. As if this year couldn't get any weirder, the best art supply that I've found this year is grape poop. Now for this next art supply, I actually found it from TikTok. I want to say either last year or the very beginning of this year. I bought this product about 8 months ago and I have been waiting ever since, every single day for 8 months to finally try it out. This is a brush shaper. Now, I know people shape their brushes, but I've never seen a specified product for shaping your brushes. Since I've been on the internet, I've seen people use hairspray, laundry detergent, glue, trimming off the brushes, water, heat, pressure, bar soap, regular soap, liquid soap, coconut oil. Some of the things that I've seen are very sus. Now, this is by the brand Speedball. You've seen them many times on my channel. Here's the before. I feel kind of bad for them because they've obviously had a rough year just like everybody else. It doesn't have a smell at all. Like at all. It's a pure liquid, but for some reason I thought it would be more like a gel. So all you do is dip it in. Wipe off some of the excess. It's kind of already shaped itself. That's weird. I was not expecting that. But I'm gonna shape it even more precise. If you've ever felt what like watered down lotion feels like, that's exactly what this feels like. We'll try the next one. Oh wow, this is like magic. In the blink of an eye, it basically just restored my whole entire brush instantly. That is crazy. Okay, I'm gonna try to do these two. Dip them in, wipe off. I am having a little trouble getting this brush to be as precise as I want it to be. This one was by far the craziest. I might have to do 2 rounds of this one, but I gotta say, from where it's currently at, it's way better than it was before. So I'm gonna leave these overnight to dry, and I'm gonna come back in the morning, rinse them off, and we'll test them out. Okay, so it is currently the next day. The brushes have completely dried. I have not touched them since I shaped them and put them off to the side. And I gotta say, these brushes are absolutely immaculate. Now there is one brush which was like the craziest brush. It's still not as perfect as I would like it to be. I might have to do a second round of brush shaper. But guys, other than that, these brushes are literally back to normal. Out of everything so far, this has probably worked by far the best. And if you ever get the opportunity to buy this in a craft store,
buy it, purchase it.
This stuff in the long run will save you money because you'll be able to preserve your brushes for so long. Yes, 10 out of 10 would recommend brush shaper. Yes. Now this next art supply was actually brought to my attention from one of you guys, one of my viewers. And obviously I've heard of black paper before, but I've never heard of black watercolor. Oh, it's wet. Yeah, it's exactly what it sounds like. Watercolor paper that just so happens to be black. So my first initial thought was like, what is the point of this? Because obviously regular watercolor, it's very transparent, and as soon as you put watercolor on this, you're not gonna see it. This watercolor paper, my friends, is for, well, generally, you could use it for whatever, but generally, it's used for mica pigments. I got these in the Jazza Inky Credible box. I hope I said that right. It came with the whole entire variety of colors, but the ones that really caught my eye were these two in particular. It also came with some gum Arabic. And what it does is that it turns this powder into a workable ink-like texture. Oh, the aesthetics. I absolutely cannot get over the aesthetics of this paper. Oh, so pretty. The color on this pink is absolutely gorgeous. The duochrome, oh, so pretty. There was a little spillage with the gold, but that's okay. I really want to test it out regardless. Wow, it's so pretty. This watercolor paper works like an absolute dream. You could do so much with this pigment. It's absolutely beautiful. Wow. And see, if you were to do this on regular paper, it would warp the paper, it would be too thin, it would absorb, it would tear. So this black watercolor paper is just absolutely incredible. Now, speaking of Jazza.
G'day ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Draw with Jazza. I'm Jazza.
In the Jazza Ulta Creativity Box, there is one specific item that really caught my eye. Now get ready for this because this is probably one of the most, if not the newest invention of all the art supplies that I'm showing. This is the Stowette palette. Now this isn't like a normal every single day kind of palette. No, 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 no. You know how sometimes you mix up an acrylic and you focus too much on your painting. When you come back, it's completely dried out. But this bad boy prevents that from happening. So how this works is that this palette has a special sponge on the inside. You wet this sponge, you soak the special paper in extremely hot water for 20 minutes. Put your acrylic down just like you normally would. On a side note, this cobalt teal is my favorite color. So pretty. Mix it up, mix it up. All right, first we'll do like a giant blob of paint and see how this works out. And we'll also do a thin coat of paint to see if this dries out too. Ta-da! Okay, so it is currently the next day. My fake nail has popped off since yesterday. And here's the palette. I have not done anything to it. I haven't checked it, added more water, absolutely nothing. But okay, here we go. It smells like wet acrylic. Oh, it's completely wet still. Oh my God. I guess at some point the water had mixed in with the acrylic and made it kind of like a wet texture. Like I expected it to work, but I didn't expect it to still be like such a thin liquid. What is this magic? So yeah, if you do use this still wet palette, just be aware the water might mix with your paint and thin it out a little bit. So if that's something you're not into, be aware of that. But other than that, this palette is so cool. 5 million out of 10. Now this final item, I wanted to save the absolute best for last. Because if it turns out that this item works, it could be a game changer. A total game changer. For those of you who are subscribed to my second channel, you might have seen my Home Depot haul where I bought this. If this works, this will be a game changer. That video was shot maybe somewhere late July, something like that. So it's been a hot minute since I've had this product. And by the way, before I even show you this product, use this product with caution because it will have vapors. Now this, my friends, is the Clean Strip Paintbrush Water Rescue. And basically what this is really concentrated brush cleaner. So basically all you do is you add your water up to the fill line. You put either your oil-based or latex-based dirty brushes that you think are ruined and unsavable. You put them in this. You let it soak for 24 to 48 hours. And I'm just gonna leave this bad boy outside for 24 hours. Hopefully no roaches get to it. You pull it out, scrape off the excess paint, and boom, your brushes are restored and you're able to use them for another day. For the third time in this video,
It's the next day.
on my palette knife, which is like very high quality, made in Italy kind of thing, which also happened to have very cracked on oil paint, which was impossible to get off. The paint thinner cleaned it right off. It cleaned it right up. Like this thing looks absolutely brand new, which I've never been able to clean it up that much. For my artist quality brushes, it definitely softened up the oil paint that was cracked on, but it was really strange because there was like this white crust that was on the tip of the brushes. Ew. And as far as the cheap brushes go, it ate through it. Oh God, it ate through the super cheap brushes. Oh my gosh, sad. And it makes me wonder if full-size brushes like this one, if this is a different type of metal or a thicker aluminum, or maybe the exact same thing would happen with these brushes. I don't know, I couldn't tell ya, but I did follow the instructions. I tried everything and I'm sad to say it was a flop. If you would like to purchase any and also support me, I will leave the Amazon affiliate link down below, as well as my socials and other things. If you haven't subscribed yet, I highly recommend you do that with notifications. And yeah, thank you guys so much again for watching, and I will see you next video. Bye!